just pouring.
Roughly 30 minutes north by northwest of Orlando lies a quaint oceanfront community completely landlocked by Florida as far as the eye can see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mount Dora's historic downtown area, where time seems to have stopped and small-town charm reigns supreme. Gird thy loins and prepare for a journey through the historical sights and the unique offerings of this idyllic Florida destination. Join us today as we do just a little exploring. So far, it's been a pretty rainy morning, which is kind of typical for July, but it's okay. We are Central Floridians. We are used to soggy summers. Perched on a lofty plateau nearly 185 feet above sea level, take that, flood-prone flatlands, Mount Dora was founded for practical and for scenic purposes. Its charming downtown area, adorned with shops and restaurants, overlooks Lake Dora, offering a picturesque view. But let's not forget that its true calling is actually luring outdoor enthusiasts with promises of adventure. And with its non-stop festival lineup, Mount Dora lives up to its reputation as the perpetual party central. It's a town where practicality meets scenic splendor, and the festivities never seem to end. Enough delay, let's delve into the heart of Mount Dora's downtown. In this case, its historical sites. One of the big standouts is the Lakeside Inn. It's a majestic landmark that has stood since the late 19th century, witnessing countless stories that range from mildly interesting to somewhat interesting. It began its journey in the late 19th century when it opened its doors as the Alexander House, a two-story hotel, in 1883. The inn quickly became a popular destination for tourists seeking respite in the tranquil beauty of Lake Dora. Over the years, the inn has underwent name changes, renovations, adapting to the evolving needs of its guests. Its architecture may not exactly set your heart racing in a flutter like the Disney hotels just 30 minutes south, but it's a solid reminder of the town's evolution and the endurance of old buildings. You'll quickly learn that there's a lot more to Mount Dora than what first meets the eye. The downtown area also boasts a stunning view of Lake Dora, where occasional ducks add a touch of excitement. It's a view that whispers postcard material, while leaving you wondering if there's something more thrilling around the horizon. This picturesque body of water will captivate you with serene and tranquil ambience. It's the kind of excitement that will make your heart race at a solid 30 beats per minute. And if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of a random seagull in the distance flying, defying the odds by gracing Lake Dora with its presence. And so you grab your binoculars and get ready for an adrenaline-packed day of watching nature unfold at a pace that would make Kenny G envious. It's worth noting that it's only about 10 a.m. right now, but the amount of people walking the streets, even though things aren't open yet, is very impressive.
It's hard being.
Now just imagine that you're stepping into the Mount Dora Historic District itself. It's a place frozen in time, preserved like an artifact in a museum. The charming buildings, the quaint storefronts, the historic homes, they all transport you to an era where people had simpler lives and, admittedly, fewer exciting things to do. It's a picture-perfect tableau that makes you question if time forgot to move forward in this town.
I know it, we gon' have a good time. I know it, we gon' have a good time.
Another gem in the downtown area is the old Mount Dora Atlantic Coastline Railroad Station. Once a bustling transportation hub, it now serves as a chamber of commerce, where the excitement of life on the rails in yesteryears comes to a grinding halt, only to be replaced by the drama of commerce. Who needs trains and bustling activity when you could attend board meetings in a historic building?
When I get the blues, no clue. Pick up the phone, call a crew. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing, and it's that every time the family plays, we light up and pour the drinks. Every time I see my place, all the stress go down the sink. I know it, we gon' have a good time. I know it, we gon' have a good time. It's a reunion, and thank God everybody here. It's a reunion, raise a glass to cheers. It's a reunion. I do my 2 steps left, 2 steps right, run 2 times, then jump back twice.
Shed my skin. It's time now to begin again.
The Donnelly House in Mount Dora has a captivating history, but getting inside on a Saturday? Well, that's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. While it stands as a cherished landmark, the doors remain frustratingly closed today, leaving us to wonder what hidden treasures lie behind. Oh well, perhaps the secrets of the Donnelly House are reserved for another day, or maybe a secret handshake that we just haven't learned yet.
I couldn't breathe on the surface, and I was so proud of living free, but with no way out. I took a leap, I'm in the deep end now. Let me live like the weight of everything I meant is intimate. It's only on the outside that you find nothing is the same way, never twice. When we say goodbye, follow me down. I took a leap.
It almost feels like we're on a scavenger hunt here in the enigmatic labyrinth that is Mount Dora. Brace yourself now for the thrill of discovering hidden shops, museums, and restaurants lurking in every obscure crevice. It's like a puzzle that only the most determined can crack. With each twist and each turn, we encounter boutiques that could easily moonlight as secret societies, museums that seem to teleport in from a completely another dimension, and restaurants that pop up in the most perplexing of corners. Welcome to the Wow Factory in Mount Dora, where they've managed to turn edgy and funny into a questionable art form. Step into this daring gift shop and prepare yourself for a journey into the realm of humor that's probably just a tad too risque for some. Brace yourself for a collection of items that walk the fine line between amusing and offensive, making you wonder if you should laugh or raise an eyebrow in disapproval. From the cheeky greeting cards that would make your grandmother gasp, to edgy mugs that scream, "I have no filter." It's a wonderland of borderline tastelessness. The Wow Factory prides itself on pushing the boundaries of humor, but be forewarned, it's not for the faint of heart or those who take life too seriously. So enter at your own risk, embrace the snark, and dive headfirst into the realm of questionable comedic genius, the Wow Factory, where they take funny to the edge and dare you not to cringe. Here we have the Museum of Modernism in Mount Dora. It's closed for artistic contemplation, perhaps? Just imagine the masterpieces that you can't see. It's like a silent performance art piece, leaving you in awe of their dedication to modernism. Stepping into Piglet's pantry, where I half expected to find a shrine to all things pig-related, only to instead be greeted by an array of delightful treats and accessories designed exclusively for pets. It seems that Piglet was actually the owner's pup, who stole the spotlight. So I guess we'll just leave our pork-themed expectations at the door and pamper our furry friends instead. St. Nick's Holiday Shop. It's a magical wonderland that brings holiday cheer to Mount Dora all year round. Step into the festive emporium and you'll find yourself surrounded by an abundance of tinsel, twinkling lights, and, well, enough holiday-themed merchandise to make Santa's workshop blush. It's a place where the spirit of Christmas is alive and well, carefully preserved in a collection of ornaments, figurines, and snow globes that will make you wonder if the North Pole relocated to Florida. Get ready to be immersed in a world where it's always December, and the jingle of sleigh bells echoes in the air conditioning. Accompanied, of course, by an endless loop of cheerful holiday tunes that will leave you questioning the true meaning of earworm. So grab yourself a Santa hat or a reindeer sweater and let the infectious joy of St. Nick's Holiday Shop transport you to a place where Christmas is a year-round affair. Now's a pretty good time to take a break. For the dogs when I get home, I purchased from Piglet's Pantry 3 of the soft batch bacon cookies, and for myself today, iced coquito latte, I believe it was called, which is white chocolate of coffee, of course, with white chocolate, toasted coconut, and cinnamon. The reality of the situation is that caffeine remains very important, kids. Especially this caffeine. The Barrel of Books and Games. It's a literary oasis in the heart of Mount Dora. Step into this quaint bookstore where you'll find shelves lined with books that have weathered the passages of time just like the excitement level inside. Lose yourself amidst a collection of novels that were popular before Netflix and chill became a thing, and board games that were cutting edge during the era of dial-up internet. It's a place where the thrill of discovery is only matched by the struggle to remember the last time that you played a game that didn't involve swiping left or right. So, grab a book or pick up a game and let the subtle excitement of turning pages or rolling dice transport you to a time where people found entertainment in analog pursuits. Here we are now at FYI Creations, the coolest store. It's a name that sets expectations high, as if it's about to blow our mind with an extravaganza of mind-boggling coolness. Step right into the self-proclaimed haven of awesomeness, where you'll embark on a journey to discover whether the coolest claim really holds up. Prepare to be dazzled with an assortment of lights and figurines and lights. All joking aside, that actually was very cool. As hunger rears its head, it's time for a little lunch, so we're going to go just outside of the downtown area. Welcome to Tony's Chowder House, where they've determined to make you understand that their chowder really is the stuff of legends. Step inside of this coastal joint and brace yourself for an experience that is as predictably nautical themed as a seagull stealing your fries. Prepared to be regaled with sea shanty tales of the freshest seafood and world's best chowder, while wondering if they've ever actually stepped foot outside of the city limits. Fear not, though. Tony's Chowder House will do their best to let you know that their chowder really is a game changer, even if it does taste suspiciously like the chowder that you had at their other 3 locations. Moving inland and slightly deeper into Mount Dora, we find ourselves at Renninger's Florida Twin Markets. It's a place where time stands still and vintage treasures collide with the quirky and the peculiar. This mecca of kitchen collectibles is a haven for those seeking the thrill of sifting through stalls brimming with trinkets from decades and years past. Step into this peculiar universe where the laws of fashion and taste are bent, and you'll find yourself surrounded by a sea of questionable fashion choices, dusty vinyl records, and a never-ending assortment of chipped teacups. It's a place where one man's trash is another man's overpriced vintage gem, and yet another man's overpriced trash. And where you can embrace the joy of discovering items you didn't know that you needed, but probably don't actually need. So prepare yourself for a bewildering adventure through Renninger's Florida Twin Markets, where the phrase, "one person's junk is another person's treasure," takes on a whole new level of irony. As we conclude our exploration of Mount Dora's downtown, one thing has become abundantly clear. This is a place where the excitement is served hot, on top of layer after layer after layer of nostalgia and small-town idiosyncrasies. But hey, if you're in the market for antiques, surprisingly tropical lake views, and historical sites that have been repurposed into committee headquarters, well, then Mount Dora's downtown might just be the place for you. So put on those walking shoes and get ready to immerse yourself in a world that's equal parts quaint and modern, upscale and approachable, interesting and, in some cases, less interesting. From Mount Dora, I hope you'll join us again next time as we do just a little exploring. And so from Mount Dora, Florida, I hope you'll join us next time when we do just a little exploring.